Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 9:45 on Monday night. Back at base after a nice week away. Went very well, I must say. Went smooth and really enjoyed it. Lovely people, Tim and Laura. We had some mighty laughs, none more so than on Sunday. So we had an early start on Sunday morning out of the city of the tribe, or tribesmen. Quick spin up through Salt Hill led us on to Athlone and looked at Athlone Castle for a few minutes. We didn't go in on the journey around, I think it was a tenner or something to win, but it takes a while. We were ploughing on, had a photograph outside Sean's Bar, which is the oldest pub in Ireland. Athlone used to be a garrison town a long time ago, so there was plenty of drinkers early on in their lives. So we headed on then to Trim Castle. It was raining, so Tim had his rain gear on, I hadn't, so I stood in an alleyway looking at them, and we headed from there. We went to Bective Abbey. Tim went in on his own, myself and Laura stayed in the car. He was delighted with photographs like that where there was graveyards and castles and stuff. And we headed then to Hill of Tara, and it just stopped raining at the time. And any that ever visited, you'd be familiar with it's a rock in the shape of a stick of rock or a half a banana or whatever you want to call it, sticking up in one of the circles, and there's a moat, a double moat all the way around that, so there was a bit of tripping and slipping and giddy up and whatever with Laura, and Tim was videoing it, so was some funny explanations as to what the rock resembled. So any that seen it, you'd have a fair idea what I'm on about. So I got a great laugh out of her when she was on about that thing. I said that's what she said last night. So the umbrella at that stage went from in its correct position to inside out. So it's about 3:10. So we finished on a high, headed back to the hotel as quick as we could. I was delighted that they called it off at that point, and sat down with a pint of Guinness to watch the hurling. Great first half for Kilkenny. There were 6 points up and should have been probably more at the time. But Kilkenny, or Limerick, showed their true stuff in the second half. What a performance. And coasted home. So there'll be some celebrations in Limerick tonight. Tim and them, they only live 10 minutes from Gaelic Park in Chicago. They're in Tinley Park and near Oak Forest, would say. They've never seen a game of hurling before, so they're going to the finals in a couple of weeks' time. They've been there several times in Gaelic Park, but they've never seen a hurling match before. They thought I was on about curling. I said, no, it's their national game. So we had dinner at 6 o'clock and we were there until 8:30. I had a glass of New Zealand wine. I'm not a wine connoisseur at all, but they were treating me to dinner, so we availed of the wine with the 8-ounce filet mignon, and we had dessert and a pint of Guinness. It was about 8:30, 20 to 9. They asked me, did I want to go to the bar? I said no, because I was thinking of doing a video. I had a couple picked out for today, but I was absolutely wiped, crashed out on the bed, and I said if I wake up in an hour I might do a video, but it was to be woke at 25 to 12 and I was even more tired and went to bed. I was up at 5:30 then this morning. Decent, I was tired still, but we were out of Dodge at 10 to 7, so the breakfast wasn't opening until 7:30. So I had arranged last night that we put something in a bag for us, and they had a sandwich, ham and cheese sandwich, bottle of water, Twix bar, an orange, and a bun, and something else. So there was 3 bags, and we checked out at 5 to 7, and the filling station up the street had a cappuccino, and away we went, and off they went to London for a week. And it was great to meet them. So hopefully if I visit Chicago sometime again that I will that we swapped emails and we'll stay in touch. Lovely people, great fun altogether, I must say. Great hearty laugh from Laura. It'd make you laugh with her. So I put up a horse there today that I had been keeping my eye on, was Yakel. So it won, put up at 7-2, it won at 5-2, I see. And I hope some of you got on. Mr. Rango would have made the shortlist, but he's a finisher, and you don't finish that well. You have to be a front runner in Ballinrobe, and that'll be the same with tomorrow evening with a horse that we won over hurls before on Movie King. If it was Galway tomorrow evening, uphill finish, I'd be sweet on him, because there is another race in him, but they could be waiting for Galway. Movie King is in the 7:38, but coming from behind, it's not the best place in the world, because speed always holds up. I have one actually there that we might back it yet. We'll have a look. But tomorrow, the other ones we picked for Sunday, the three of them, but Jesus, and I didn't realise there was any inspections called. There must be terrible rain in the Curragh and in England. Redcar, they were all called off. Some of that Minstrel Stakes is rearranged for Thursday, I think, in Leopardstown. So we might get the one of them that we'd picked just today. Anyway, tomorrow, 3:40 at Musselburgh there is, they're calling it good to firm. So I'm not sure about there any rain in England today or whatever. But I like the look of the top weight Ascot Adventure in a Class 5 race for David O'Meara, who's going fairly well lately. It has a couple of winners. But this one now is off 77. And if you look, it won first time out for Andy Slattery in Ireland. Then it was sold straight away to Clive Cox. It won off 82 on soft ground, and it won off 85 on good ground. 6 furlongs and 7 furlongs. Looks to be better at 7 than 6. It switched yards then. It went up to as high as 90. Was there after winning off 85. Went to Dennis or David O'Meara 84. So it's down now to 77. A couple of nice runs there in Class 4 races. And the last one there behind Roundhay Park at I hope this is set up for it is.
And the first two, then Musika, Roundhay Park with the white blaze right in the centre, has every chance. They're racing inside the final furlong on the near side. Majeski Man trying to stay on, but it's Roundhay Park and Little Muddy who are now the first two. Roundhay Park just ahead in front over Little Muddy. They've got 100 yards to go, and it's Roundhay Park in front, Little Muddy in second, close call third between Ascot Adventure and Musika, followed by Oso Rapido, and then on the far side Sun.
That was him running on the outside over 6. He just got up for third there by a nose. The extra furlong tomorrow in Musselburgh, I think it'll suit. And it's a 5-2 shot there with 365, shorter with the other ones. But that's sort of the best. The nap tomorrow would be Ascot Venture. There's a horse I was keeping an eye on there for Ballinrobe. It's not a great place to be. Not Ballinrobe on about, but it's not a great place to be sitting on the fence. So we ain't going to be sitting on the fence, but we're going to back it each way. It's 11-2 shot there. If you look at its form, 3 runs there made in hurdles, 50 to 1, 100 to 1, 150, 250 to 1. Got a mark of 89. The money was down in Ballinrobe last year, and JJ Slevin was in the plate, and was second to Chief Seattle over the course and distance. Good ground, beaten a half a length. Then at Ballinrobe again, it was third, with off favourite Danny Mullins. It was a bit far from I thought that day, but the last day they ran him over 3 mile and they weren't too busy. So Judge Slevin is back in the irons again tomorrow. It looks like a plot job for tomorrow. And we'll just have a look at the last race, the last time he ran. That's him in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's 6th on the rail.
Seattle
Not to be the number 4.
Repeat that, and you can rule out Father Jed and Annie Bella. Swinging on the run towards the second last, and Pino Boy now goes on by over a length to Shackleton Island, but the chasing pack narrowing the deficit. Second now is Janver Lil, and outside of it with the red sleeves is Le Boulevardier. Sheepskin Noseband and Ranger Billy catches the eye, and Pino Boy joined by Ranger Billy, and Ranger Billy now goes on by half a length to Jan Verlin in second place. Along the rail, Pino Boy, True Destiny is tracking through the strong travelling Ranger Billy. Le Boulevardier in behind, sitting on the fence, is railed the whole way, and the long striding Chief Seattle is getting much closer. Gigantomix Evie, and you can rule out the next over the road crossing and heading for home. Ranger Billy and Michael O'Sullivan strike for home, but quickly challenged by Liam McKenna and True Destiny. In third of Chief Seattle, on the inside Pino Boy, and then sitting on the fence as they head for home, Ranger Billy and True Destiny. The two maroon and whites have it together. Along the inside, True Destiny stands side with the sheepskin noseband as Ranger Billy. True Destiny and Ranger Billy, the two favourites together. In third is Chief Seattle. Inside the final 100, and Ranger Billy under hands and heels, and Michael O'Sullivan being pushed clear, and Ranger Billy's going to score. First win back from injury for last season's champion conditional. Second, True Destiny. Third, Chief Seattle. Fourth, Gigantomix Evie, and then sitting.
He finished 5th there, but if you look at when the head-on came there, the noseband, they weren't too busy on him. So I think back at a place where he finished 2nd and 3rd before, only a 7-year-old. It's an 11-2 shot, 5-1. Paid 5 places there, being each way a bet. I mentioned about Movie King. He's a 3-1 favourite, but the only thing is, remember the time we won on him before? He came from the clouds. Now, there is a race in him again, but Galway is so close. Are they going for the kill tomorrow or not? But there is a race in him, definitely. He won off 89. He's only £7 higher. Won off 90. But the last time they ran him over fences, and there wasn't a shilling for him. So if the first two, if we get on all right, maybe in the first two, maybe back him and see that. Keep an eye on the market, you know yourself with the trainer involved. There's also a horse tomorrow that's going to win sooner rather than later. Is in the 450 at Musselburgh, Dandy Dinmount for Nigel Tinkler. He had a good run, I thought, the last time behind Copper Knight. He might be wanting to keep an eye on as well tomorrow. Jimenez claiming 7 of them as well. Alex Jarre. He's what now? He's 76. He won before off 70. Again, we'll have a look to see how the market is in the morning. If there's one more I was keeping an eye on, and I'll see in the morning, I'll put it up when I just want. There's another horse in the race. If I put it up, I'll fancy it. Anyway, it's Monday. Oh, as I went a walking one morning in May, I met a young couple, so far did we stray. And one was a young maid, so sweet and so fair, and the other was a soldier and a brave grenadier. And they kissed so sweet and comforting as they clung to each other. Oh, they went arm in arm along the road like sister and brother. Oh, they went arm in arm along the road till they came to a stream. And the both sat down together, love, to hear the nightingale sing. Out of his knapsack he took a fine fiddle. He played her such merry tunes that you ever did hear. He played her such merry tunes that the valley did ring. And softly cried the fair maid as the nightingale sings. Oh, the kiss so sweet and comforting as they clung to each other. Oh, they went arm in arm along the road like sister and brother. Oh, they went arm in arm along the way till they came to a stream. And the both sat down together, love, to hear the nightingale sing. Oh, I'm off to India for 7 long years, drinking wines and strong whiskies instead of strong beer. And if ever I return again, 'twill be in the spring. And we'll both sit down together, love, to hear the nightingale sing. Oh, and they kissed so sweet and comforting as they clung to each other. Oh, they went arm in arm along the road like sisters and brother. Oh, they went arm in arm along the road till they came to a stream. And the both sat down together, love, to hear the nightingale sing. Oh, well then, says the fair maid, will you marry me? Oh, no, says the soldier, however can that be? For I've my own wife at home in my own country, and she's fine as a little maid than you ever did see. Oh, they kissed so sweet and comforting as they clung to each other. Oh, they went arm in arm along the road like sister and brother. Oh, they went arm in arm along the way till they came to a stream. And the both sat down together, love, to hear the nightingale sing. Bash the bookies over and out. I might go to Ballinrobe tomorrow.